If everyone would please stand while Gina Ritto sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Gina. Beautiful job. Good luck to all the teams.
Welcome to Norristown Area High School. We have the senior night for Norristown Area High School. It's boys soccer. Senior game, last game, Thursday, October 19th, CB West and Norristown High School. My name is Eric Laser, and I'm with us is Michael Santangelo.
How you doing today, Eric? Looks like a nice day here for a soccer game here at Norristown High, especially one for senior day, last game for these seniors.
Yeah, it looks like good weather for the boys. This game was canceled already and brought on this Thursday to finish up. Looks like the boys are lining up with Norristown having the tap against the Bucks.
Yeah, as you said, this game was canceled, usually scheduled at night, night game at Roosevelt Field, which is always a good time. So, I'm sure the guys are a little disappointed not to be playing at night, but this is a nice consolation. It's a nice day here at Norristown. So hopefully we can see what the Eagles can do against the Bucks here as we get ready to tip off.
And Norristown tips it off. Move back to the midline. Looks like Sedgepour knocks back. Ian Hammer. And that's a call on the Bucks as Norristown sets up for a kick.
Find the ball.
Stopped already. Control already by the Bucks as it's taken back by Norristown. Sedgepour with the ball trying to set up to Natali. Hammer has control. They're battling for the ball. CB West maintains control again. A little composure here, huh, Mike, for this team?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it looks nice. They're actually maintaining possession. See some nice passes. Looks like a cross in the middle. Bucks put that back out. But Norristown, as you know, if you and I played on this field, he's going downhill with that slight incline. You like to do what you can going this way from left to right.
That's where the opportunity is going to happen down here.
And I'm impressed already. Norristown has moved the ball. They've actually maintained possession and I've seen a couple give and goes there on the past possession.
It looks like the ref's calling a jumping in on that play there.
So we have a direct Norristown's way. Let's see what we can do. See if we can set something up. Is that?
I think that's Craig Doyle.
Oh, that's what I think. Sedgepour playing the stopper position, or the sweeper position.
So he's back again.
Doyle has control.
Need to slow this game down a little bit. Both teams.
Yeah, nice move there, didn't he?
Winston Bowen with the ball there. Sedgepour challenging. And CB West has it up. And it's knocked back again by Norristown's defense. I'm not sure what that call was.
No,
Could have been an offsides, maybe? I don't know.
Possibly, I missed that, but most likely I think that would be an offside. So it looks like the Bucks are ready to get this ball into motion. See if they like to play it long or maybe go start with a little short movement in possession.
The Bucks have most of their players up above the 50. Setting up here. Possession.
Come on, stop! Stop!
It's Winston again. To Natali. Winston going after it, out of bounds. Looks like Buck's ball.
Bowen's a nice-sized player. I'd like to see him use that body a little bit and then maintain possession as well.
I think this is his first year with soccer. He played football prior to that. I remember that from talking to Bobby Davis, the coach. And kicked out of bounds.
That's interesting, seeing someone go from football to soccer. Sometimes you see the opposite here in America, being drawn into the American game. But as you know, across the world, soccer is the sport.
Yes. Thrown by the Bucks. Ian Hammer jumps up for that one. Up in the middle, Bucks have it. And Tally stops it to Bowen. They're moving up the right-hand side to Willener. And it's out of bounds, I believe.
Yeah, from the last game we saw, if you remember, they were running Willener up one side and Natali up the other side. They do have the speed up front. Maybe they can capitalize on this. Is this Klein?
Yes, Kevin Klein with the throw-in. Really have to look. Oh, it's a chance for us again. A little sloppiness by both sides here, but
early on trying to fill each other out. Let's see Klein with another throw. See what we can do if we can get a little drive here.
coming in the middle. Natali with control, moving into the left now. I believe that's Ian Hammer. Down the right-hand side, Willener. And it's out of bounds. It looks like it will be a goal kick by the Bucks.
I like what I see early. I do see Norristown, again, they are coming downhill, and the ball so far at this point in the match has been played in Bucks End.
Yes, it has. It's the coach from CBS wants to go out towards the middle.
Oh, I noticed that with high school play, it seems to have one of the fullbacks taking the sixes, where as you move to professional play, that tends to be the keeper that takes that six.
It's true.
Right there, 8.
Oh. A little mix-up in the overlap there by Norristown.
That ball comes right towards us. Looks like it's going to be a Bucks throw-in. See if Norristown can set up a good D against this movement into the Norristown's end. Ooh, another six kick.
Yes, it is.
What advantage do you see there, Eric, of having the keeper take the six versus one of the fullbacks?
Maybe been practicing more with the foot with the big kicks.
Well, what I like about that is you get to have one more Norristown player, one more player out in the field. That gives one more person to draw someone of defense to.
You definitely do. And Ochoa just kicked it out there.
Yeah, nice kick, actually. Past the 50. Norristown does seem to have control.
Hammer. Oh, stepped all over. That's going to be a Norristown ball.
Yeah, I saw that right from the beginning.
Tally kicks it right to the left. Bowen controlling it, gives it back. A little slipping here. Remember that game was called off. A little rain. It's affecting the game somewhat. The fields are still
a little wet. I'll tell you, I like the movement of the ball there. We had possession. Bowen dropped it back, and the ball. They were looking for someone to go with. To have that ball go to someone in particular as opposed to just kicking it. Now it looks like the Bucks are making a run here.
moving it up the right, and Ochoa just saves it right there. Looking where he can kick it. And knocked up front.
Ooh, looks like a
shot in the middle. Little give and go.
Norristown's got to get that ball out of there.
And goal. Center Bucks West.
Play looked like it seemed to die in the left-hand side, but then someone from the Bucks kept that ball in, crossed it. And anytime you have a ball crossing in front of the net, that's just dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. They stopped the first opportunity, but then they let the second one happen.
I think what happens is that ball gets in front, and your defenders start to watch as opposed to acting on that. They're watching to see what happens, and you need to get right in front of that ball and do something to get it out of there.
Kick back again, Ian Hammer. He's got to keep control of that ball.
The Bucks seem to be having the momentum at this point. They seem to be keeping the ball and keeping the ball in Norristown's end. Hopefully Norristown can come back and take that ball back to the other side. Another kick by a Bucks player.
And I think we mentioned this before about the fact that once Norristown has a goal against them, it seems to work on the morale right away. Shot again, over the net.
Okay, so right now the score is 1-0 in favor of the Bucks. But Norristown, again, up to this point, seemed to have dominated. The ball's been down in the Bucks' end. Bucks have had really, as far as I see it, maybe 1 or 2 deep drives into the territory. They've just been able to capitalize.
Yeah, that's true. Not much before that.
Look like I got anybody?
This is the time to make it happen, though, for Norristown.
Yeah, 1-0 in soccer. It's basically you need to just get back and get ready to play, because 1-0 easily, you can easily tie that score and move on. It's what you can't do is let that score, pull you down.
Kicked out again by Ochoa. It's in the middle, battled for. Ian Hammer.
Come on, Wes.
Brought down again. Bowen come to the middle.
And
Will enter, trying to bring that down. Up the left. And I think we're going to see that out of bounds again. There's Coach Bobby Davis. See him there.
And that's, I think, Kevin Klein with another throw. He had 2 nice throw-ins on in an earlier point in the game. Let's see what he can do here to connect that. It looks like with Sedgepor.
Sedgepor goes down the left, towards the middle.
Sedgepor,
We
nice,
got Natali.
nice give and go. Ooh.
Take that ball with you.
As you can see, Bucks are moving the ball from one side of the field to the other. That's what you want to do. You don't want to keep continually going down one side of the field. Now, it looks like they're going to try to get across.
Yeah, they are moving that ball well now. I think they've got their composure now. Now Norristown needs to get it down a little bit better now. They are going right to left, to the middle, back, and to the left. They are moving the ball quite well. Ochoa, easy for him.
Nice save there. If you want to keep notice here, it looks like there's a guy in the middle that tends to be unmarked for the Bucks, and you don't want to do that because you can put it to the middle, and as they can.
Nice
converge
save,
on him,
Klein.
He'll tend to put it outside. Klein's moving the ball up.
Towards the middle again. Norristown battling for it against the Bucks. Bucks bringing up the right again. You're definitely right. There's distribution happening here with that ball. Offsides called on the Bucks.
I think they were a little too excited on that play. They thought they might have had something. You have to watch that. And then Norristown should try to play that offside. Try to, to play that so you can trap the other team in that offside. Looks like we have a direct kick here with Sedgepor. Nice kick in the Bucks territory. And looks like
Bringing it
Natali.
down. Natali with the ball. It's going back up again.
And Bucks are just doing the give and go. Offsides again, though.
Yeah, it's really working well for them, too, throughout this game.
Yes, and as I said a moment ago, you do want to try to pull them offside, but you have to be careful here because you don't want to give up a one-on-one on the keeper.
That's true.
Make sure they're marked, and if you can, draw them offsides.
Kicked up. Norristown has to win more of these balls on the offense.
Oh.
Coming up, looks like Ochoa is going to have that one easily.
Ochoa has that. Let's see what we can do here if we can get something started. Maybe coming down the right-hand side. Looks like he's going to try to change fields.
Oh, no, he goes back to the left again. Pass the defender.
And again, it seems like the ball is coming out, and then they're just reloading, and the Bucks are coming back with that. Norristown is going to have to win some of these kicks and then try to place it on the feet.
Right.
At this point, it looks like they're just kicking the ball and trying to avert a Bucks attack, but the best way to do that is just maintain possession.
That's right.
Ooh.
That
It's a little scary there from this angle. It looked like that ball was going in.
Definitely did.
A little miscommunication there between the keeper and his defensive backs there. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it's going to be a corner, so it must have been touched by one of the fullbacks.
Yes.
Corners are dangerous. You want to make sure you mark up. You want to make sure there's great communication. And
it looks like Central Bucks is going to run in on this.
Yeah, it looks like they're pushing quite a few guys up here on this corner kick. Your best thing here is to get possession. When in doubt, get it out.
Behind you.
Goes up, goes back a little bit, actually. Back to the kicker again. And not much on it. It was kicked out. It's going to be a goal kick for Norristown.
Yeah, that corner looked ugly from the beginning. It didn't look like that. The ball went where it was supposed to go, and I didn't see much happen. Nice job on Norristown on that corner.
It was, yeah.
Central Bucks, generally in the past has been known as a football school, with CB East being the soccer school of the two, but Central Bucks has had their success as well.
Yes, they have, especially their girls program in the later, actually, 1980s, 1990s.
Oh, they had an excellent girls program.
Yes.
I think soccer in general in Bucks County is very strong.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, again, we start up again with the Bucks attacking
bounds.
again.
See the JV playing back there.
Yeah, JV program, strong program. Hopefully we'll see, with a few of the seniors leaving this year, we'll see who comes up and steps up and takes their place.
Throwing it on the Bucks. Coming up, setting up from the corner again towards the middle. Stopped. You cannot have those kind of outs. Again, just like you said, dangerous on those corner kicks.
Yeah, if you could have, if Klein could have, or I believe that's Klein or Doyle could have trapped that, could have got possession, maybe put it out. Now you're giving them another chance here with this corner kick. Now the last one didn't look too good, so let's see what they can do on this one. Again, this one is short. CB West does get possession.
Kevin Klein and Ian Hammer. And Hammer having it, knocks it out to the right.
Okay, this is time for Norristown D to set up. Looks like CB West is, I thought they were going to get a quick throw, but now taking a little time here to see who they want to hit.
Controlled again by the defense, Norristown. Oh.
That ball's in front of the net. Ochoa's got to speak out there and let people know where the ball is, and he has to take control when that ball's in front there. But look, Norristown's making a little run here. Natali and Willenner.
Willenner again. We got time here.
I'll tell you, this is an interesting game because from what I've seen from the last game, it definitely looks like Norristown is actually trying to set something up here. It's just not kick and run. They're getting the ball and looking for someone to pass it to.
Yeah, that was
generally to give and go.
That was definitely a well thought out play. What they're trying to do up the right wing there.
But there we are, CB West making another run again, and that ball, at the top of the box there. Another shot.
Ochoa
stopped by
it.
Ochoa.
That's been the thing. We've been talking about that all the time for Norristown. Their keepers. Their keepers have actually saved them in games here.
Yeah, Norristown generally gives up a decent amount of shots, and the keepers have to. Oh, just as we're speaking.
Yeah.
That was definitely an accident on the keeper's part. It came off the post. He was trying to make the save and bounced in. You can see he's not real happy about that because he knows it was something that shouldn't have happened.
Kensicki kicks it out. Yeah, that's definitely right. It's a bad feeling when the game's up to you with that 1 point and simple thing you could have stopped there. Well, let's kick it off again for Norristown, see what happens here. Bring it down. Should need to slow this game down, definitely, and kind of take possession of that ball and think about where they're going to put it before they put it somewhere.
Yes, offsides there on
Central Bucks.
Central Bucks. I see some guys from Norristown walking. It's only a 2-0 game at this point, and that goal really was sort of a it wasn't a great shot. It just took a bounce in favor of CB West. So Norristown needs to step it up, and they need to realize that there's a lot of game to play here.
That's definitely right. It's not even the end of the first half yet. Well then, sticking a little close to the sidelines. You notice that too, Mike?
Yeah, and what that does is that actually hems you in a little bit because you're essentially there's only so far you can go to that one side. You definitely need to spread the ball around. Don't lock yourself into one side of the field.
That's right. Hammer's trying to challenge on the right-hand side. This is where most of their balls are coming for the shots, from the right. They're driving up the right, sending it to the middle.
And crossing that ball over. And they've done a pretty good job so far. Norristown can look at that and try to shut that down. You want to shut down the guy or contain the guy with the ball, but you also want to kind of attack or at least cover the outlet pass so there's nowhere to go with that ball.
That's definitely right.
Okay, looks like we have a throw in from CB West.
Coming across the middle. The score for this game so far is 2-0 Central Bucks West. If you're just joining us.
Norristown's playing a pretty good game. One of the shots by West, decent shot. The second one, the ball just bounced their way and went into the net. Norristown started out playing this game with the ball deep into the Bucks' end, but since then, it seems like that ball has been into Norristown territory. Bucks are moving the ball, but Norristown does have a chance, and they've looked good at times. They just need to put something together.
Yeah, they need to slow that play down, look where they're actually passing it to, and get it moving.
Throw in, going left to right.
See some movement on that ball. Here we go. Going up the left side.
I like the ball going back to move it around. In that case, they just lost the trap and went to CB West. Norristown's battling out at this point. They get control. And that's out. Looks like it's going to be Norristown throw again. They've had some success moving it down the left-hand side. What I like to see is have them move it down and then cross it over to the middle.
Yeah, more of the crossover happening here. Go from side to side, definitely right. I see a little bit of too much pinball action, just kicking and it's moved up now.
Trying to get it to Bowen. You don't want that throw in, you might want to look to Bowen. He can use his height, get a throw in. Maybe he can then get a deflect and put that on someone else's foot.
Yeah, he's showed a lot of improvement throughout the season, and he's the player that can definitely go to with that. Looks like they have Hammer moving it up from the left again with a throw-in.
There's an opportunity here for Norristown. Let's see what they can do with it.
There's the middle. Tipped across. I believe that was one of their first shots on net for Norristown.
What do you want to do? You want to get that ball bouncing in front of the net because hopefully someone can be able to put it in and finish it.
That's right.
Norristown seems to be hustling now. That ball's in that end of the field, and there's a battle for the ball.
It's brought up again by Central Bucks West. They're taking advantage of the opportunities here, going up the right wing. Again with the cross, Mike, here. This is what we're going to see again. From the right, towards the middle. You need to pick up that player. You really do. That was another opportunity for West.
Yeah, as that play was developing, you could see that Buck player actually coming down through the center, and it seems like the Norristown players are getting pulled towards the ball, which leaves that player open. You generally have to watch the guys in front of the net. Somebody has to come back and mark.
That's right. You have to mark that man. You can't play that ball. You have to mark that man.
So here we go with a 6 kick. And the keeper, let's see, he's been generally pretty good in placing the 6 kicks. Let's see what he can do with this one. Maybe we can start something. Norristown does get possession.
Sedgepore trying to move it up the right now as he's looking.
A little too much dribble in there on Sedgepore. He was attacked by a Buck player. He's got to get rid of that ball, hopefully to get it back.
Kinseki knocks it out again. This looks like it's going to be a Central Bucks West throw-in.
And it looks like we have some substitutions here for Norristown. Maybe give some wind. Some guys out there are winded. They might need a few minutes.
Scott Kraft we have out there.
Ooh, looks like Norristown player jumping in.
Looks like Grande's going in as well.
I'm not sure if that was in the box there or what they're going to call on that. What did you see on that, Eric? Are we looking at a penalty kick or are we looking at direct or indirect from outside the box?
No, they are in the box. No, it's definitely not a penalty kick.
Okay, good. So it was hard to tell when that happened. It looked like I couldn't tell if that happened in the.
No, it definitely did. Direct kick, it looks like, as the ref lifts his hand. I'm sorry, indirect kick. That's right.
I think that is indirect. Norristown setting up a 3-man wall, and the ball's touched, and with a shot across, but you have to watch the Buck player on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a pass so much, Mike, or was that a shot on net. It looked a little too far right.
Yeah, that's when you get an opportunity like that, you have to take advantage of it. Norristown's lucky because it didn't look like the Bucks really took care of that opportunity, 18 yards in front of them.
Hammer, Walenter, Klein coming out. We also have
Winston Bowens coming out.
And Brian Lavecchio.
So we got a couple players in for Norristown. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe, like I said, to give a breather a few others players, and maybe these players can get something started here on the left-hand side. It's going to be a buck throw. We're heading back. Norristown, I guess that's... not exactly sure where we are here. Okay, there we are. We've got a throw in for the Bucks, and the Bucks have another throw in, last touch by a Norristown player.
It's a new team out there right now. 5 new players. They got to kind of see what's working out there, what's not working. They've been watching the game. Now they got to work out there on the game.
It's a nice throw. Nice throw, Buck player there, but again, Norristown takes control. And it looks like it's a...
What's he calling there? Looks like it's a corner kick.
Corner kick. Last touch by Norristown player. Couldn't tell that from this distance. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 2-0 Central Bucks West over the Norristown Eagles, but we are right at the point where the Central Bucks is having a corner kick.
To the back, not much as Norristown clears it out. Nice, clean clear. I like that.
Bucks put it right back in. That's going to go out with a 6 kick. I'll tell you, what I've seen so far from the corner kicks haven't been that impressive on the Bucks.
No, not at all.
At first, I thought maybe the wind was holding that ball back, but it doesn't look at all that the wind is having any effect on the
No,
ball today.
they're going too far back with the corner kicks, trying to make something happen from the back, and I don't think it's working for them. It's coming up. An opportunity there.
Ball's pushed back past the 50 for CB West. We're going to try to start this ball.
Winston Bowen knocks it back out. That's right. Winston Bowen was out.
Norristown with a clear out there. I guess the numbers were in favor of the Bucks, so Norristown fullback side. Let's clear this ball out and get ourselves marked up. Okay, here we go with the Bucks with another throw in.
Oh, man.
Kick.
And the sweeper back there did what he had to do, is get rid of that ball.
It's in that 18 again.
When that ball comes in the middle, sweeper has to clear. But I'll tell you, the Bucks keep just getting that ball and bringing it back.
They definitely do. They're banging it right into that 18 all the time. And they're moving their defense up, trying to find out where that ball is, move it up with the offense. Offense has a lot of support from their defense, bringing it up to the Norristown side of the field. A little bit too much. Gets it across. They're in the 18 again. This is dangerous for Norristown. And kicked out, cleared out by Norristown. Oh, again.
Yeah, the ball is brought to the side, brought to the middle. But I'll tell you that the shots that I've seen so far from CB West aren't that impressive. I haven't seen anything that would make me think that this team is well and above Norristown. I think this is a game where Norristown does have a shot to win this game.
Definitely. Now they got to slow it down here. Look around. They have possession of the ball. They got their team out there. They got some fresh players. Yeah, number 4, Kraft was trying to make something happen there. Defense knocks it out. Up front again. And that's
I don't know about that call there. I mean, obviously there was bumping on both sides there. It looked like Norristown could have something going, but I don't know. I think that was just I don't think that was. We didn't need that whistle at that point.
No. Definitely an advantage there.
Ball's being played in the air a little bit too much for my liking. I like to see that ball just played on the ground, nice and easy passes. Yeah, you're playing that ball in the air, and you really don't have as much control as you do by putting it to the person's feet.
It's working well, bringing it across to the right again, and then driving it right in the middle. Once they get to that 18, that's the dangerous part. All right, a little talk there between the fullback and the keeper more.
Show with a nice throw. Norristown takes possession.
On the left. Kraft trying to bring it up. Out of bounds.
Hey, Norristown looks like they're rushing to get a throw here. Want to get that ball in and get it started.
See where we are here.
Too many Norristown guys near the ball. We need to spread that ball out. So they're for two reasons: to draw the defenders away from the ball, and possibly one of those guys could be open for a cross in the middle.
That's right. I've noticed that a lot too during this game. A lot of bunching up going on. Norristown knocking it back. A little opportunity here. No, goes up. Grande.
Looks like I thought Bucks had a little bit of a breakaway, but I didn't see the defense for Norristown back there. So Norristown actually gets that ball out, get a chance to set up. Coach Bob Davis has done a nice job this year with this team.
Yeah, you know what impressed me the last time we were talking about this game is the coach is subbing. He makes all the right moves, actually. I like the players he's using. I like how he's putting players in, getting fresh ones, and taking them out when they need it.
You want to take advantage of that. In this game, you can sub throughout the game and use your players and give your other players a breakthrough out. Bucks get a throw, and it's a nice throw.
Yeah.
It's put up in front. It's
too much. In the middle there, Norristown needs to get that
Oh.
out. Another shot on net.
That was a one-timer. You want to do that when you can. That ball's coming down, and you think you have a chance of putting that in the net. One time, call it and take a shot. Don't wait for the perfect shot because it's not going to happen. See what you can do and put it in.
Definitely right. You need that one touch. One touch, put it in. When you have that opportunity, take care of it, just like Mike says.
Now, again, for those just joining us, it is the seniors' last game here at Norristown High. So I'm sure their adrenaline is up. They would love to take home a win for their last game here at Norristown High.
Yeah, that'd be definitely right. You see Coach Flynn back there, his golf cart.
Ochoa then kicks the ball out. Let's see if we can get this ball on this side of the 50.
Bringing it down
We may
left.
have something.
Yeah, it looks like Natali. Challenging.
He has possession of the ball, crosses that ball over.
It looks like the score here, as you're watching us right now, is Norristown 0, Central Bucks West 2.
The cheerleaders are out at the game today. They've done a nice job. Over the last 3 years, that program has done really well. And it's nice to see them out supporting the seniors and Norristown soccer here on their last day here at Norristown High for the season action. Throwing for Norristown. Norristown again has possession.
Right here, a little outside. Going down to the left. Looks like a nice run by Norristown. Let's make something happen here.
Kraft doing all he can to maintain possession. That ball does go out, and it looks like it's going to be turned over there to CB West. A little run there. It's nice to see that. What I like to see is that if they don't have it going forward, turn it around and look for someone else to drop that ball back.
Yeah, that was well thought out. They're thinking now. They're playing a better game here with moving that ball.
Okay, and that ball wasn't played out. I'm sorry. That was actually a free kick going back the other way. Must have been some pushing on that last drive. Norristown does send the ball back into CB West territory.
They're thinking about the left here more. Now they're driving it down the left. Something can happen here.
They've had some success moving it down the left. Now what we got to do is try to get that cross. Okay, the ball's out. Another throw in for Norristown. I believe Kraft will get this throw. Now there's two ideas here. You can actually try to throw it in front of the net, try to get some sort of head, maybe a pass, or maybe drop the ball back, draw the defense, and try to then cross the ball over through a kick. We'll see what Norristown decides to do here.
Hammer with the throw. And possession again goes to Central Bucks West.
Norristown is well defended, though. They have their backs back there. It doesn't look, and their sweeper sitting back. So it doesn't look like West is going to be able to do anything. But they do have the numbers now. They are making a move.
There they go. Oh, that's going to be a call on Norristown. I saw that as he went down. It's outside the 18, though, luckily.
This is a little dangerous, though, because sometimes you can poke the ball right over the wall and then send it right to somebody for a kick. So Norristown has to make sure to put the wall in the right place and then pay attention to the people that are outside from CB West.
Norristown setting up the wall.
10 yards back. Now we have a gentleman right in the middle of the field that's not marked here, sitting a little bit further back. The option might be to send it to him and then send it in. I don't know. Let's see what CB West tries to do here.
And just over the net. Nice shot.
Decided to go with this shot. You know, there's all different ideas of what you can do with a direct or indirect kick outside the box, and you know, sometimes just going for the shot. If you see an opening, you might want to take it.
We're setting up here for this corner kick. Again, this is the last game for our seniors here, 2006 season. And I think Coach Bobby Davis had a few wins this year.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. The program, noticed the students, they were great students. They were dressed on game day, really showed some pride in the program, and that's good to see. I also believe that they won the Sportsmanship Award for the year.
Yes,
and
they
you'd like
did.
to see that for Norristown for this program, and let you see that other coaches around the league and other officials are recognizing that the quality student that we have here that plays Norristown soccer.
Yes. It's definitely right. Kevin Sedgeport with the ball. Looking back around.
You want to try to stay on your feet there and maintain control. Once you're on the ground, it's a little tough, and a lot of times you'll get called for something laying on the ground and trying to swipe at the ball. But hey, you know, there's a lot of hustle here with Norristown.
Definitely.
If we
is.
can maintain possession and get one before half, I think Norristown will be in good shape.
Nice.
Nice way to keep the ball. Ball then does go out, I believe, last touch by Norristown, so it'll be a Council Rock throw. This young gentleman is fighting for the ball, and you'd like to see that hustle.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice little play there. Coach wants him to pass it off earlier, though.
And like you said, though, when you're playing too close to the side, you're sort of in danger because that's like another defender. You really can't go that way with the ball.
No, definitely not. It's a little dangerous again. A little chip shot. And it just went over the top, it looks like.
Yeah, they're always scared because, you know, if you don't time your jump correctly as a keeper, that ball can slide right through.
Yes, it is scary. Definitely is. Here we go with a 6-yarder again.
And 2-0 in favor of the Bucks, and it is the seniors' last game here at Norristown. Some of the seniors, Scott Kinsicki, Kevin Klein, Craig Doyle, are just a few of the seniors playing in this game today.
Sedgeport with the ball. Yeah, some of the others.
Bucks are moving down the left-hand side, and but Norristown regains possession. So I like to see that Norristown is getting the ball, and I see bringing the ball back and looking for the open man, and then trying to send it down to the left-hand side. Let's see if Norristown can use their speed here to try to make something happen. Keeper comes out and grabs that ball, so it's just a little bit too far for the Norristown attacker.
Yes, it is. And it looks like Ochoa has the ball again.
Now, it's my understanding you actually coached a few of these young men as freshmen.
Yeah, I see.
Wanna speak about a few of those while we're watching the game?
Yeah, I see Brian Sanders out there. Of course, Scott Kraft. Nick Natale, I didn't get a chance to. And Josh Molina as well. I had him on my team. Some of the players went right away to, as I coached freshmen, they went right away to JV and some of the varsity.
That's great. Well, it's good to see the players put their 4 years in. It shows some dedication to come out every summer to camp and play through the seasons. It can be tough a little bit for Norristown because the record isn't always where you'd want it to be. But, you know, it shows a quality student that can come out every year and still give their all at every game and looks to the next game. That doesn't look back.
And Coach Bobby Davis was definitely for that this summer, trying to keep the players who came in the summer and not picking up too many kids during the fall here. Well, it looks like a kick here for
CB West. CB West trying to slow maybe this game down a little bit here in this half. They're taking their time. Remember, because they will be going downhill in the second half, and that's you'd like to see Norristown try to get something while they're going this way.
Yeah, that's always nice, the momentum downfield for this field.
I'm thinking we have about 5 more minutes left in this first half, so you'd like to see Norristown try to put something together here, especially on defense as well. You don't want to give something up here. It's 2-0. It's still a game.
Yeah,
you don't want to go down 3 going into the half.
That's definitely right. You don't want to go down too many points with this game.
Again, CB West hasn't shown me anything that exciting that would make me think that they can actually put the ball in the net again in the next 5 minutes or so. But Norristown's walking here. You know, you think that they'd want to take advantage of going downhill. I'd run and try to get this ball out there.
That's definitely right. Norristown has to watch out here.
Ochoa gets the keeper kick, but again, looks like West is just on the attack again. Norristown needs to step this up. They have to realize for some of these players, they're 40-some minutes away from ending their career here at Norristown or ending their soccer career. So you want to step it up and play as hard as you can. The underclassmen want to play for the upperclassmen as well, because this might be the last time they're playing together on the team.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Coach Davis is going to talk about that at halftime, and maybe even some of the seniors might step up.
That's true. It's a shame for this game. They want to play under the big lights for soccer at the Roosevelt Field, and they didn't get a chance to this year. Ian Hammer bringing up nicely. Little shot on net, a little wide.
That's all. It's good to take shots. I never fault someone for taking a shot. You might have looked for someone as you got a little closer, because you take that from outside the 18.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to score from outside.
No, I don't fault a Hammer either. I think it was nice he took a shot.
No, Norristown has the ball. Oh, okay. I thought they had a little chance of break here. And we get a push on Norristown. And so we have a Council Rock kick here. Taking their time setting this up. Looking for something. They've been going down the right-hand side for most of the game. Let's see if they try to change it up with this particular drive.
They're coming up the left here. See what we got. Controlled by Norristown.
Nice
give
touch.
and go. Yes.
Give and go.
Beautiful.
What I like so far is I see that the players are actually trying to execute the give and go. They're actually trying to execute particular plays. You know, the problem is with the skill level or with the trapping. But I like, soccer's play with 2 parts here. It's play with the head and the foot. And you have to actually think and know what you want to do before you can actually do it.
That's right. It's a nice drive for Norristown across the middle and out of bounds. Saved. Another nice drive for Norristown.
That was nice. And he was looking for the cross.
Yes.
Looking for the cross there. So Norristown, again, in the last few minutes has put together a few shots on goals, and that's what it takes. It is a corner. It's an opportunity for Norristown to put one in the net.
That's right. See what we get here where Hammer places. Hammer's been placing it well on some of these corner kicks. This is the first one we see in this game.
Yeah, and I like what I see out of him. And he's an underclassman?
Yes, he is. I believe he's a 10th grader.
So you have a chance to see some growth over the next year or two for Hammer. Let's see what we can do with the kick.
Towards the a little further back. Oh, nice idea, though, for Norristown.
That's not a bad idea. You send it far, you have someone back there, and they can redirect that right into the net. I actually like that every once in a while, to send that ball. Now, you don't want to do that all the time because then they'll play that. But that's a nice placement of the ball. Someone just needs to be there.
Definitely right.
Again, the score is 2-0 in favor of the Bucks.
Bucks move it up again. Stop by Norristown. Bring that ball down. Looks over to the left-hand side. And it looks like we at the halftime whistle.
And at the end of one half, it's Central Bucks 2, the Eagles nothing. What do you like about that first half?
It came towards the end for Norristown, what I saw, some of the plays happening, and the opportunity to take shots on net for this team.
Yeah, in the very beginning, we saw them having the ball down at in the Bucks end, and then the end of this half, I saw some movement. So I like what I see. If Norristown can kind of regroup during the half and then come out strong in the second half, I think they have a chance at this game. Right now, we're going to move to the ceremony for senior night or senior day, and we'll see as this game progresses, as Coach talks to them. Maybe we can see a change for the second half.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank everyone for coming out to Norristown High School as we celebrate our final game of the 2006 season. At this time, we would like to recognize the seniors of the CD West soccer team. Devin Bostock, Andrew Bull, Brandon Beckman, Evan Gentili, and Greg James. The Norristown Soccer Boosters Club would like to present cookies for the seniors to go ahead and share with the rest of their team. Thank you, Mr. Kraft. At this time, we'd like to present the 2006 seniors. First, we'd like to present Winston Bowen. Winston will be meeting his mom, Angelitia Allen. Winston has played one season for us here at Norristown High School. He's also played football and basketball. He's involved in the DECA Club, NAFAD, and the Reading Olympics. His notable achievements would be scoring a random goal this year. Future plans are to obtain a certification in actual sciences, earn his master's in business administration, and become fluent in French. He wants to use his certifications to pursue international business or statistical analysis for an insurance company. His final words are, "This year has been a great experience. I had fun while maturing over the season. I love my teammates. I enjoyed the time spent with you guys. Coach Davis, you're the man. I'll always remember playing on Norristown soccer. I'm just happy I could be part of it. Wish everyone the best of luck." Thank you, Winston. Next is Scott Kinsicki, number 11. Scott is meeting his mother Nancy out on the field. He's played 4 seasons here at Norristown High. He's also played baseball. He's in the DECA Club, and his notable achievements would be that he made the front page a lot. He met some really good people. His future plans are to go to college and make a lot of money. His final words are, "I love you guys. Good luck to all of you. Always play hard or go home. You dig?" Thank you, Scott. Next is Kevin Klein, who will be meeting his mom, Judy, and dad, Dan, and I hope little brother, Danny. Kevin's played 4 seasons with us from the 9th through the 12th grade. Other sports he played was tennis and bowling. He belongs to the DECA Club, the German Club, and Student Council. His notable achievements are that he's on the honor roll, he's in the top 5% of the class, German Club Vice President, he's gotten the Engineering Award and the German Award. His future plans are to go to college for engineering, marriage, and family. His final words are, "Remember the name." Thanks, Kevin. Next is Brian Lavecchia. Brian is meeting his mom out on the field, Jill Lavecchio, and his brother David, who plays for our JV team. Brian's played all 4 seasons, 9th through 12th grade. He also plays baseball for Norristown High School. He belongs to the DECA Club, and his notable achievements are that he's on the honor roll. His future plans are to go to college, be successful, and to get married. His final words are, "We might not have had the most wins this year, but we definitely had the most heart. It was a great year, and I love you guys." Thank you, Brian. Next is Andrew Wallener. Andrew will be meeting his mom, Ann, and his dad, field.
Yeah.
Andrew's played since he was 4 years old until he's 17. Other sports he played is wrestling and baseball. He also is on the Student Council, DECA, Asian American Club, Honor Society, and the I Love Ada Club. His notable achievements are that he's on the Student Council and he is Student Council President. His future plans are to graduate college a millionaire, have a family, and eventually rule America. His final words are, "I finally got my full varsity uniform." Thanks, guys, for making me hate every Boys to Men song I ever heard. Thanks for a great season. Thanks to my mom and dad. Teammates, I love you guys almost as much as you love my tight shorts. Thank you, Andrew. And finally, we have Craig Doyle. Craig will be meeting his mom, Kim, and dad, Bill, out on the field. He's played all four seasons with us from the 9th through the 12th grade. He's on the DECA Club, his class of 2007 rep. His notable achievements are that he's on the honor roll. He has won the Art Award. He's on the Who's Who among American high school students. His future plans are to go to college, get married, and have a successful career. His final words are, to all my teammates, I love you guys. Our bus rides were the best. Good luck to all of you in the future. Thank you, seniors, and good luck in the future. At this time, we'd also like to recognize our head coach, Mr. Bob Davis. Also, as a note, Mr. Davis does have 2 assistant coaches who work very hard on the JV team, and that is Mr. Sean Gardner and Miss Jamie Leyland. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming out today.
Wins first touch. Push it through.
We want to congratulate the seniors on their senior night again this October 19th, Thursday. It's the last game for the seniors in their 2006 season.
Yeah, as we come back here in the second half, Council Rock is up 2-0, but they had a nice drive, but saved by Ochoa. So Ochoa's doing a nice job here. He had that one mistake in the first half, but it's looked pretty solid throughout.
This is going to be the real challenge, as you said, Mike, for Norristown, because now they're in the disadvantage with the field situation being on the downhill. Out of bounds and almost into Stony Creek there.
Yes, and we're going to see what we can do here if Norristown can get it started. So you want to start with one goal. That's your goal right now, is to put one in the net and then work towards tying this game. But see if you can match up with the intensity, and as well as you want to make sure that they don't put the score again as we go through the second half.
Knocked up by Ian Hammer. To Ian Hammer, oh, sorry. And again, thank you for joining us. This is Eric Glazer and my colleague Michael Santangelo for this game here, second half. The game, again, is Central Bucks West 2, Norristown 0. Sedgeport with the ball, looking around. Where is he going to move it? Stopped again. And a kick by, just punched over and out by Ochoa.
Beautiful save. That's what you want to do there. You want to you don't need to grab onto that ball. You're just going to make sure it doesn't get into the net, and punching it over is a nice thing. Now, Norristown's going to have to defend a CB West corner here. Nothing what I've seen in the first half would have me believe that the corners were working, but they are dangerous at all times. So you have to be careful. Norristown should mark up, and most of them have actually been going short and wide in the corner.
Yeah, let's see if they change it up here. Oh, a little bit better. Opportunity there for him.
Player from Central Bucks waited there. He kind of waited for the correct bounce. I think he should have one timed it. He might have had a better shot on net, or a shot on net, but nothing actually came out of that corner. Norristown's doing a nice job. Norristown has possession, and they have a little bit of movement. Maybe something can happen.
They're waiting. They're looking a little bit more. They're thinking a little bit more methodically here at the second half. I noticed that a little bit more. Not just kicking it. Front. Norristown with the ball. Trying to make something happen. Klein. Looking around who he can pass to. Up again towards the middle.
And Norristown has possession. Oh, he should have brought that ball down and looked for someone
Definitely.
to give to.
That's when you don't want the one touches. When you actually have possession.
It's going to be Norristown possession with a throw. It's going to come down the left-hand side. We're going right to left here.
Up front. Oh! Looks like Mike Lally. I'm sorry, Mike Lanuti. He was limping a little bit. Looks like he's still good out there, though. Kicked across to the middle.
Oh,
Ochoa!
dangerous.
Oh, grabbing onto him.
Nice save by Ochoa. Beautiful save.
That was a real nice save, getting on top of that ball. Right away to Sedgeport. They're going to move it up the right. Let's see what we can make happen here. Moved up to the wing and stopped again by Central Bucks West.
I'll tell you, I like what I see with Ochoa here. He came out, he made a little mistake, and but he made sure that once he made that mistake, he came back and didn't make a second mistake to let that ball get in the back of the net. Council Rock is driving again. And it looks like we're going to have a corner on the opposite side.
Let's see what happens from this side from Central Bucks.
In their last corner, they actually sent it passing that, but now it looks like we have someone else taking the kick from this side. Let's see if they try to go on the back side to deflect that ball into the net.
Good running start here. Short. And Hammer controls that one.
Shot from outside. And that ball is wide. And we'll have a kick from the keeper. Again, 2-0 Central Bucks West. We've had a couple scares here in the early parts of the second half with CB West having a couple good shots, but nothing actually good enough to get in the net. And we have a couple saves by Ochoa.
Ochoa kicks it up. Controlled by Norristown. Ramon Ochoa. Let's see what we got. Out of bounds again.
I'm not sure what grade Ochoa is in. I'm pretty sure he's an underclassman. So it'll be interesting to see him coming back, because so far he's done a pretty good job here against Council Rock. I'm sorry, Central Bucks West.
And Central Bucks just playing with them there as they let it go out of bounds for a Central Bucks goal kick.
Norristown a little run, see if they can keep this ball in. I would try to distribute down the side and get a crossover. Looks like their best chance is going to be on a deflection or a cross.
And the goal kick up to the left side. Hammer with not quite possession yet. Going back. Central Bucks moving up, and that's going to be definitely an offside, so that player up.
Hammer took possession of that ball and tried to take it into the defender. He's got to work on his opposite foot to bring it to this side.
Yeah.
Seemed like he tried to bring it down into the one side of the field where nothing was there. Bring it to the other side. If nothing's there, go an opposite way. Bring it back. Look for the open man.
See who's going to take this kick for Norristown. It's going up. Control again by Central Bucks. And that ball's played out again.
Sedgeport likes to bring the ball down and try to move that forward with his feet, which is good. Again, I don't like playing it up high using the head. You're getting deflections. You really don't have the control you do. As you bring that ball down, and then you can decide where you want to go with it.
Central Bucks looking to the right now, distributing that ball towards the middle. Looks like it's going to be cut off by Norristown.
Bowen does a nice job containing the ball.
Yeah.
Making sure that...
Only problem is it's not going out. They're working it back outside the 18 again, moving it across to the left. This is nice distribution by Central Bucks West. Really moving it from the corners. Just playing corners on them right now.
And that problem there with Winston, he turned his back on the field and really didn't have any idea where to go with the ball. Some player has to come and give him some help there, especially when you're down that close to the goal.
That's right. Throwing. Central Bucks West. Towards the middle. Oh, shot right on net. Ochoa saves it. Beautiful again. Saw right where that ball was going.
He distributes that ball. Sejiapur.
Up front to the wings. Moving up nicely again. I like this give and go to the right-hand side. Is it going to stop there? It might. Central Bucks getting a little scared off. Kicking it
It's
out
going
of
to be
bounds.
Norristown's throw. Again, we do see little glimmer of nice passes here, and you can see they're trying to make the moves, and that's the start. If you at least know where you want to go with it, you can work on your skill. You can work on your footing.
Opportunity here.
Hopefully Norristown can take advantage of it.
Throwing. And headed out by Central Bucks West. Controlled by Norristown. Four strong coming up towards the middle. I don't know what that call was.
Indirect coming the other way. I would still try to use the height of Bowen if I can, especially on a throw-in or some sort of thing close to the net. You want to try to aim for him, and hopefully he can get a deflection. So far this half, the ball's been going down the right side. You might want to try to bring it here closer to the left. And just an easy pickup for Ochoa.
Look at where he can put this. Right away up top of the 18. Kicks it up front. What does he have? It's not quite the player you want, but... Oh, they're taking full advantage of this Central Bucks West. Towards the left. Two open players. Towards the middle. Shot on net. Another shot on net.
There it is, and one Norristown defender decides to get that ball out of there. It's going to be a corner, but that's okay. When that ball's bouncing around, sometimes you want to get that ball out so you can reset.
That's what they need to do. Regroup, reset, see what they can do to bring it up again. Some distribution they had earlier. See if they can make that happen again. Everybody's drawn towards the middle. Let's see where Central Bucks puts it. Last two have been better. Well, last one has been a little bit better placement.
Yeah, the one prior was seemed like to be a pass to someone breaking
Right.
towards the kicker, and we may have that again.
Looks
Same
like
thing.
it.
I guess they were trying that again on this side. He's going to put it back, and we're going to try to get another cross. But
Too
that
far
bar's a little
back.
bit too far out.
Natali with control. Heads it back, but to who? And again, a shot. Oh, goal for Central Bucks West.
I'm not sure if the keeper was screened there or not because it didn't seem to be a rocket
No.
coming off his foot. I don't know. It was hard to see from this angle where the keeper was standing when that shot was taken. That's a shame because it looked like Norristown was putting something together there. They had a pretty good D. That particular corner kick was just a replay of an earlier corner kick, and Norristown has to keep an eye on that. If they're faced with that again, they have to kind of have an idea that that's coming.
That's right. Score now, Central Bucks West 3, Norristown 0.
We're about 10 minutes into the second half, and we're hoping that Norristown keeps their heads up and tries to stay in the game.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a goal and shot on net. Craig Doyle trying to stop that. Again, opportunity. And West.
Oh, a
lets it
player
go out.
from Central Bucks West had an opportunity to take a shot there, but I don't know if they were ready for the ball or just kind of played themselves out of position. It's going to be a keeper kick, and Ochoa has done a pretty good job at that so far today.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a few substitutions. It seems like some of the guys from Norristown are walking. They might need a little breather. So about this time into the half, in last half, we saw Bobby Davis make a few substitutions. So we might see those coming pretty soon.
And I think I heard Coach Davis mention that to the ref how much time was left. Trying to figure out the right timing for his players to get them all out there. Not quite sure where that ball went.
And we're going to have the ball brought back in play with a throw-in Central Bucks West.
Controlled. Norristown. Brought up. Sedgepore again. Trying to change this game up a little bit. Got to have something happen. Central Bucks West taking advantage of it. A little too far for them. Got good backup. And Ochoa saves it again.
Save. Looks like Norristown's a little tired out there. If I was thinking about it, I might make a substitution in the middle. Other players are getting the ball and people aren't running close. But we do have Norristown making a little run.
Driven again by Central Bucks West. Looking from the left. Opportunity to make that cross happen in the middle. Head ball. Nice idea. I believe they called offsides on that. Stops.
Seems like CB West is smelling blood a little bit, and they seem to want to keep driving like a shark. They want to.
They definitely do.
Get as many more shots on goal as they can. And Norristown has to take a step back because they're not out of this game. Not out of this game at all.
I think Norristown's definitely realizing that blood. They're going to have to try to turn this around.
It looks like we do have a few substitutes coming in.
Hammers out. The Kraft in.
Kraft is in. This might be...
Lavecchio's coming out.
Yeah, and I'm sure Bobby Davis saw that some of these guys in the middle look tired. You definitely don't want to give up another goal here.
No.
Got it.
Norristown brings the ball back in play.
Cross it to the left again. Here we go, coming down the field. Going to take it by himself. Kind of forced into that shot by Norristown's defense. At this point, you want to at least get a goal. You want to show something before the end here, especially on senior night for Norristown. Ochoa looking for a 6, where he wants to place that ball. He's got some fresh players. He should look to them, and I think that's what he's going for. A little confusion on the right there. Moving it to the left. Shot on net. Beautiful shot outside the 18 by Central Bucks West.
Nice save by Ochoa.
Yes, it was on top of that as well. That's probably the best shot I saw all game on this game.
Again, we have Norristown marking players in the middle, and CB West seems to be executing the same play, bringing it down the corner and crossing it over. So Norristown, from playing 15 minutes in the second half, should realize that and make sure they mark those guys in the middle.
Throw in for Central Bucks West. Oh, another shot. Dangerous. Goes to the outside to the right.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd either be a handball coming out or 6 coming out, and it's a 6. Again, for those just joining us, it is the senior day game here at Norristown Area High School. Seniors are playing their last game wearing the blue and white or their home whites. It's always a big occasion here at Norristown. Usually played at night, but this is actually a
make up for a rain delay.
Make up for a rain delay that was supposed to be held the other night at Roosevelt Field. But they did a nice job at halftime here, saluting the players and their families. It's always nice. It's been a tradition here at Norristown that senior players are met out on their field or escorted out to the field by their parents. It's a nice feel. The Norristown High soccer team has been supported by the Parents Club, the Soccer Parents Club, greatly in the last 10 years. They do a great job providing all players with gifts at an end-of-the-year banquet, and then the seniors are generally giving some sort of jacket, which I see seniors that have played years ago that are still wearing their jacket out in the community, and they definitely felt proud and loved to play for wearing the blue and white.
And what's nice about the Soccer Boosters Club, it includes everyone from the freshman level, JV, and varsity. And I always felt a part of the team as the freshman coach in the years that I coached.
Yeah, we can't say enough about that. The Soccer Parents Club, Booster Club, does a great job year in and year out. And that just goes to show you that we have quality parents, and that's why there's quality kids within the program.
And I think that's why we had the Sportsmanship Award this year. It had a lot to do with the parents as well. Setting up for a corner kick here.
Remember last time they went short, but that was on the opposite end of the field. I think they're going to go a little bit longer on this side.
Towards the middle. Ochoa hits it out. Still an opportunity here for Central Bucks as they kick it over. Yeah, we've been commenting on these corner kicks throughout the game here, seeing what's happening, and that actually was a good one.
I would say that Council, I keep calling these guys Council Rock, Central Bucks West. I'd say at this point they've had at least 10 corners.
Yeah, they have.
And that's dangerous, but it does show something.
A little push. That was Ryan Sanders, I believe, pushed him. And in the box, we have a card coming out here, it looks like. But the card goes to Kinsicki, it seems like. And it's a red. He is out.
That was a red card?
That was a red card, I saw.
I don't know if that warranted a red card. I from what I saw, it looked like, that definitely there was some contact and maybe warranted a yellow card. But at this point, last game, you hate to see that happen. Your senior game, you get a red card, and then you're done for the season.
Yeah, definitely.
We do have a penalty kick here. It's definitely a suspenseful kick. You're sitting there, your keeper's on the edge of his toes, and you never know what happens. It's basically just a guess.
Yeah. I think the percentage is 60% of that net to cover. We're waiting on this one.
The way I saw it has to be a very flagrant foul within the box there to award a penalty kick. This is, can change a game.
As the score here before the penalty kick is Central Bucks West 3, Norristown 0. Ref blows whistle. See what happens with this penalty.
Keeper looks like he's ready. Let's see if he can make the correct guess as to where the ball's going to go. Oh, and he misses it.
Too far right and high. Opportunity for a goal in this PK. Didn't happen for Central Bucks.
This game is being taped by NASD TV. They do a quality job with their sports programming. An excellent job with all their programming, and you can see various shows and performances on this channel. They do a great job here at Norristown High School, and you have to basically commend everybody involved with it.
Yeah, this is the second game we did this year. The program for soccer on NASD TV is going to be brought to you more as the years go on.
Yeah, it's something we're trying to do here at NASD TV is try to record more programs, more sport program, and try to get as many students on the television as possible. We have a great job with the students here in the building actually helping, and we have students recording this game as well.
That's a lot to say for Mr. John Doyle bringing this program here for the kids. And a lot of great kids running the camera, also commentating on the field for the games. Kick out by Norristown.
And put right back by Central Bucks West. Norristown is just giving CB West a little bit too many opportunities here. Ochoa is doing a great job, but in that case, it was just one too many shots. He's done a great job handling the shots that he can, but you had the numbers were there just in favor of CB West.
Yeah. I think that goal they're trying to make up for that lost penalty kick.
I think what happens here is Norristown tends to get down, and at this point they think, we have no chance, and essentially kind of quit. But I've known these players, I know these guys, I know the coach, and they don't let them quit. They let them play the whole game, and they make sure that they realize they're out there to play, they're out there to learn. And for some of these guys, they have about 20 more minutes left of putting on the Norristown uniform, and you got to give what you can.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think both of us as coaches here have seen that happen. But, hey, there's going to be that one time where you might be down and you bring it back in the second half and win it. Ian Hammer bringing it up. Got a little momentum with him. Looking to the right. A little too much there. Needs some support from the back. And I think that fourth goal against Norristown is sparking them and waking them up.
You got to leave it all out there on the field. Again, this is the last game for a lot of people. Last time some of the underclassmen will be playing with the upperclassmen. And you just got to say, hey, let's do it. Let's see what we can do for the remaining 20 minutes.
That's right. Looks like it's going to be a Norristown kick.
They brought it down the right side of the field for most of this half. Let's see if they can switch it over to the left side. You want to get Lanuti and you want to get Natali involved in the game. They are up front, and as of this half, they really haven't touched the ball that much.
No. A little opportunity taken away by Central Bucks West as they drive down the ball on the left. Offsides again, clearly. Get a little eager for the ball.
Yeah, it's hard for your guys to finish up front if they're not getting the ball, and that's what you want to work on at this point. If I'm Coach Bob Davis, I want to try to get these guys just working on passing the ball, maintaining possession, and see if you can end strike.
Yeah, that's true. See what we're doing here. Towards the middle. Beaten back by Central Bucks. Central Bucks drives it towards the middle again. And Ochoa comes out, kicks that out. Only player left back there. Down the right again. See if they make something happen, Central Bucks West. And was that called an offside?
Looks like it was an offside.
Yeah.
Yes, an offside.
All right. Kicked out by Ochoa on the left-hand side. Hammer jumping up for it, not quite the height.
Nice kick there. We want as Norristown, you're sort of midfielders are sort of wasting those nice kicks by by Ochoa and some of the fullbacks because the ball's traveling a decent distance. You want to take advantage, see if you can deflect that and give that to someone else up front.
Yeah. And asking who's going to throw that ball in. Looks like Norristown. Wallender with that ball. Looking up front. Over Kraft. And out of bounds again. Central Bucks West. Norristown's going to drive it down. Kraft throws it in. Up the field. Played back again. Fight for that ball. Central Bucks West. Stopped by Lanuti. Natali. Driven up again towards the right by Central Bucks. And again, this game is right down that field all the time. We see a lot of out of bounds. This game should be moving. I mean, there's a big enough field that you do not have to play that sideline.
On one side of the field.
Yeah.
And I'm just a little nervous here. It seems like they're steps away from a breakaway.
Yes. Again, towards the side. Kicked up. Nobody in the middle for Central Bucks West. Shot on net outside the 18. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, definitely. We're talking about how far did you say that was out from the net there?
Probably 25 yards.
Yeah, 25-yard shot. It was a beautiful shot. A nice cross and a nice shot by CB West. So at this point in the game,
Looks like 5-0 Central Bucks West against Norristown 0. Bringing it up with a kick, tap off. They're trying the same thing, knocking it back all the time. And I think Central Bucks is picking up on that now and just going after him. Got to get control of that ball when it's passed to you.
yeah, I think the name of the game here is control. And Norristown you want to play this game. Again, there's a little less than 20 minutes left. And maintain possession of the ball. Don't give up at this point.
And another goal against Norristown. Makes it 6-0 Central Bucks West. They are starting a new program here in Norristown. Coach Sean Gardner at the JV level and working well with Bobby Davis. They had an excellent summer program telling the kids to come out in the summer. And they actually gave them summer players the opportunities instead of the kids walking in during the fall, and definitely made that part of the program. Coming up, bringing it up again. Moving that ball around. Hope Norristown's not giving up on this. Central Bucks is definitely eager for another shot. Moving it down the right. We've got some nice passing going on by Central Bucks West. Again, a corner kick. A little bit debatable about how these corner kicks are doing for West.
Yeah, I don't know. Have they scored on any?
No scores on any of them.
There was, I guess, the one score that actually came a little bit after the ball was actually sent out by Norristown. But Norristown has been giving them the opportunities. You got to make sure you don't. But if you do give them, then you have to mark up your man and get this ball out of here.
That's definitely right. Let's see what we got here. A little short. A little further back. Back again to the corner kick area. Up front towards the middle. Ochoa. Easy save. Kraft.
Kraft has the ball. He gets control of the ball and places it back. Moves to the open spot.
Stops controlled by West with that head ball towards the middle. We're going to move it up left. Now it's going to be taken down. Ochoa trying to get that out right away. Trying to make some opportunity happen here. Scott Kraft with the ball. Looks up. Challenging two West players. Moving it towards the right. Bringing it up. Looks good. They always start the plays. Norristown needs to finish them as well. As
one or two good passes, and you have to make that third pass, and a third or fourth pass, and that's where Norristown seems to have the problem. They get it moving, and then they just can't seem to sustain that passing as we move down the field.
Up the right, and stopped again by Central Bucks. Also, look who you're passing to.
Exactly. You want to maintain possession of the ball, especially at this point in the game. Unfortunately, the numbers aren't in favor of Norristown. So what you want to do is maintain possession. Don't give Central Bucks West any more opportunity.
Yeah. Delayed action here. And looks like a kick for Central Bucks. A little discussion with the ref between Bobby Davis and the ref here.
Looks like we have a couple subs coming in, or at least a sub coming in for Norristown at this point in the next few minutes, or next stoppage of play. CB West is reloading, and
taking it down just over the net.
God was given a free shot there. Had the shot at net and just put it over top.
Definitely was.
Looked like Ocho was in the right spot to make that save, though. If the ball was close, it was a better shot on net.
You say here about 15, 20 minutes in this game yet?
We're about, for what I understand, I'm thinking somewhere around 30 minutes, about 20-some minutes into the game. Free kick from Norristown. 6 kick. But Council Rock gets possession of the ball. This is time for Norristown to step it up and see what they can do to try to make the best of these last 15 minutes. Norristown has possession.
Some kind of action happened on the JV field.
Council Rock has the ball coming down the left-hand side and bringing that ball into the middle. But Norristown then gets possession. Maybe we can swing it this way. Seems like that ball is just it's kind of just bouncing back in favor of
the score for this game again. Central Bucks West 6, Norristown 0.
There were, of those goals, 2 were very nice shots, but a few of those were where the ball was bouncing out in front, and I don't necessarily think they were the keeper's fault on that particular case. I think Ochoa has had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
We have a 6 kick for Norristown, and we have about, I'd say, somewhere in around 15 minutes or so in the half. Norristown, again, we mentioned this earlier, that this is a little tougher end to play on this field. Even though it doesn't appear so, there definitely is a slight incline. And you can see how, it seems that Central Bucks is on the attack more in this half than they were in the other half.
They are. I remember as freshman coach, when the season was over for the varsity and JV team, my boys wanted to always play on this field. I enjoyed the JV field a lot better because I knew about this downhill.
It's a tough side of the field to defend, and like I said, it's deceiving because it doesn't really look like it. But when you're running, 40-minute halves, into the second half, you're getting tired, and running up that little bit of an incline in defending makes it tough, especially. And if you're coming down with the ball, it gives you just that little bit of edge.
Yeah,
to beat your defender.
Definitely.
Norristown takes possession of the ball.
Kraft's little move there. Driven up to the middle. Not quite there, though. Not quite there.
Keeper comes out and makes a save. You want to put that ball a little bit to the left or to the right of the keeper, so then you force the keeper to make a decision to stay in or try to come out, and maybe you can beat the keeper as he comes out for that ball. CB West is bringing that ball down. And looks like they take another shot on goal, but saved by Ochoa.
A little aggression there in that play, trying to get it down. Frustration in this game. Moved up to the middle. Central Bucks control. No, now back to Norristown. Kraft moves it up. Works with Sejapur. 2 players on Sejapur trying to get to that ball. A little obstruction. Needs support. We've been talking about this all game. Norristown definitely needs some support. Moving it up. Oh, nice. Down the right for Central Bucks. Cross. In the middle. Player there. Just had to make that happen. That was there. That was definitely a play.
You could see that play developing as it was coming down to the side. The first Bucks player had the ball, then you could see him put it in the corner, and you just saw that cross coming all the way.
Yeah, it was 7-0 now in this game. Definitely a bit of confidence for Central Bucks West. That helped the game happen as well.
And what you have to hope for here is that Norristown doesn't get frustrated.
No.
Because sometimes when a score gets some imbalance like this, the players start to get a little frustrated. We want to see them to end their season on a positive note. Let's see what we have with the remaining time. Let's try to put one in and try to play the best you can. They did get the Sportsmanship Award, and I think there's a reason for that. And we should see that in the next 7 to 10 minutes of play. Norristown should maintain their composure.
Yeah, that's definitely right. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to get the same opportunity Norristown learned from what happened last goal? Kicked over a little.
Ochoa makes the save. He's going to pick that ball up. He's going to put it back in play.
Oh, and it's going to be out of bounds on Central Bucks.
Looks like Doyle's going to get the throw in. Again, it's been a hard-fought game, and Norristown did come out strong. If you remember, in the very beginning of the first half, Norristown did have the ball in Central Bucks West end, and then in the end of that first half, they seem to be on the attack.
Right.
Since then, we haven't seen much of attack from Norristown, but let's see if they can put one together in the remaining part of this game.
Going up the right side. Sejapur. Towards the middle now. To the left. Okay, a little play happened here to Grande. Up front. We're going to work it up the left down Norristown. And it's out of bounds. Looks like a goal kick for Central Bucks West.
Yeah, Sejapur dribbled that ball to the middle, and then when he couldn't take any further, he gave it over to Grande. Nice play there, and then Grande was trying to hit Kraft or Ian Hammer.
Looks like the JV game is over. And we'll see Coach Flynn with his golf cart fly up this way. Kicked up. Central Bucks West to Norristown. A little back and forth here. Up front. Oh, looks like might have breakaway. No, stopped. But shot on net and stopped by Ochoa.
That was a nice save there. The guy from Central Bucks West took a nice shot. And Ochoa, again, has done a nice job today. I don't think the score really reflects, his play.
No, not at all.
Here comes Coach Flynn. Flynn has done a nice job in the AT's office, athletic trainer office. Keeps everybody ready to go.
I don't know if that ball was ever in.
It's hard to say. That was a poor throw-in, but they're rewarding that. It must have come in and then gone out.
Yeah.
And rewarding that to Norristown. Let's see if Norristown, why they have the ball down here, can do something with it. Unfortunately, it's come right back out. Oh, jumping in, but the ball's still in play. I guess the advantage is Norristown.
Yes. Oh, something could happen here. A little pushing off by Central Bucks.
Oh.
Ref's looking out a little bit for Norristown in this.
And he needs to wait until some of his players there. You want to put it to someone.
Kicked
Not a
up.
bad shot.
Nice shot. That's probably been the best shot for Norristown in this game.
You know,
Trying
maybe
to-
a little bit farther to the right. You might have had a head on that, a redirection, and into the net.
He's looking for the right corner, though. From that angle, that is the best corner you can have. We saw some of those shots earlier put a little bit more pressure on Central Bucks. Might have been a different game.
Everybody looks a little tired here, in the waning moments of this game. Could have been a handball there, but no call, but that's okay for Norristown. Winston Bowen comes up.
Ian Hammer.
They're pushing it out to the side. Probably another cross here. And untouched. Shot by CB West, and again saved by Ochoa. How many saves would you say he has today?
At least 20, 25 maybe. A little confusion over the overlap, and that's going on a lot. A little shot there. Sure, not on purpose, even though there's a lot of frustration here. Central Bucks West coach.
Looks like we have a free kick, Norristown.
Coaches.
Sends it down the left-hand side. Oh. Looks like we're going to have another free kick for Norristown. Maybe they can do the same thing. They had a little bit of success with it in the past. I'd head to the right. Yeah, send it to the right side. There it is again.
Hammer?
Oh, I think that was a beautiful placement. Somebody needs to be there.
That's right. That was the only thing with that play. Kick was definitely there. Here we go. What do we have in the middle
Norristown
here?
maintains possession. And that's out on... Oh, the ball's still in play. Send it back to the middle.
Shot. Overlap. Too much. Walking over that ball. Got to bring that with you if you're going to put it on net. Kevin Klein here trying to make something happen. Winston Bowen. And the ref finally calls a whistle.
Oh, it looks like it's going in. Norristown has an opportunity here. I'd make sure I do what I want to do here. I wouldn't rush this shot.
Yeah.
No chance. No chance in trying to catch him off guard. Let's see if you can do what you need to do.
Senior Kevin Klein. Back to Bowen. Cross on the ground. Oh.
It was
stop.
there.
Stopped
It was
by the
there.
goalie. Definitely was. What's this call going to be?
Bowen did what you wanted him to do. You're going to put it on his foot, and he's going to put it in the middle. Now, I don't know if that play is designed to go on the ground or whether it's actually designed to be a cross up high. But Norristown did have a shot. Someone was there. Someone could have put a foot on it, but the keeper came out and snuffed it.
I think it was a little bit better just to keep it down lower than confusion in the air. We don't seem to be making too much with the head balls.
Norristown battling in the final moments here in the second half.
Kicked out by the Central Bucks. Stopped by Woolander. Brought up again by Hammer. Shot on net, a little bit wide. Ref is looking for the time. Looks like he said under 10 minutes. Still waiting here for the ball to get it back up. Central Bucks taking their time.
Talk to the ref.
Here's something from Bobby Davis talking about the ref. Told the kids probably not to talk to the ref. Just play the game. Central Bucks West kicking it up. And pushed back by a Central West player.
All right, a few more minutes left in this second half. Score is 7-0 Central Bucks West. But Norristown in the last few moments has put something together, a few shots on goal.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely do. I like what I see out of Hammer, and I think it's a player to look out for. As this game ends on senior night, Thursday, October the 19th, senior night for Norristown High School against Central Bucks West.
We'd like to thank our cameramen, Richard Mock, Luke Nguyen, and Dan Nguyen. They did an excellent job at covering this game. Again, NASD TV does a quality job with all Norristown sports as well as other programs.
Definitely see, here's the reason why we're getting the Sportsmanship Award, as Norristown, with a 7-0 defeat, shakes it off and just shakes hands with Central Bucks West.
Yeah, we'd like to congratulate the Norristown soccer team on a great season, and Coach Bobby Davis. They do good work, and like we said, they have quality students, and you know when students are coached and go through the Norristown soccer program, there's a lot to be thankful for because they do a quality job, and those students generally go on to succeed in other parts of life.